Hey guys, and welcome back to the JTO channel. And Chelsea have just lost at home to Manchester City 1-0. And just to really describe this game, our performance was pathetic. I can't lie. It wasn't good enough at all. To be honest, I think every player except for a couple were absolutely shocking today. I mean, what can I say? Fair play, Manchester City. At the end of the day, yeah, let me just get on to Manchester City for a bit. They're the champions of England, for God's sake, yeah? And I said we'd win 2-0 because I thought tactically Tuchel would have Pep. That's what I based it on. But today, Pep, yeah? He put Tuchel in a spliff. I can't even lie. He tactically got Tuchel, rattled. I've never seen Tuchel that angry. The way it just shows. One, Pep's the best manager in the league. And two, yo, Man City are in this race, they're the champions of England. You got to understand that. And there's no shame losing to Manchester City. They're a really good team. And we've beaten them 3 times in a row. And you know what? We beat them when it mostly mattered as well. We beat them in the Champions League final. But that's in the past now. And we move on to this season. And I gotta say, fair play City. I mean, tactically, Pep, they controlled the game for I'd say 60 minutes of the game. They controlled it until Kai Havertz came on. The pressing was immaculate. Their defending was top notch today. Top defending today from Manchester City. Ruben Diaz, Laporte today, and Cancelo. Cancelo's turning into one of the best left backs in the league, and the guy is a right back, for God's sake. It's just crazy. And yeah, fair play Manchester City. And they're level on points with us, but they're ahead. If Liverpool win, they'll go 3 points clear. And Man United, they lost to Villa earlier, which is just ridiculous. Honestly, that is mad. They're definitely not going to win the league, blood. I can tell you that for sure. But yeah, getting on to Chelsea. I mean, we start with the lineup, and it was pretty much the exact formation I predicted. We started Mendy in goal. We had a back three of Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen, and Antonio Rudiger. Left wing back Marcos Alonso, right wing back Reece James. We had a midfield trio of Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho, and then we had up top of Lukaku and Timo Werner. And I thought first half we defended really well. We let City on the ball, which was fine. But the problem with that was, I think us in possession, was a huge problem in that first half. I'm sorry, but every single time we were in possession, somebody had just lost it. Just when we're passing it out from the back, we're looking good on the ball, stuff like that, yeah. And I'm seeing, okay, it looks like we're gonna break their press. And just when you need that final ball, whether it's a cross, whether you need to shoot, whether that pass is the one that's gonna officially break the press of Man City, we messed it up every time. Every time we messed it up. And we couldn't even go on counter-attacks because we only had two up top. And on top of that, yeah, this is why Man City pressed so high, and they were so high, their line was so high because they only had to really deal with Lukaku and Timo today. Okay? You had Ruben Diaz and Laporte on those two, and on top of that, Rodri was protecting them. Okay? Kovacic was far too deep, and Kante was too. Kante today, on the ball, shocking today. Shocking. Kovacic, probably the worst player on the pitch today. Probably for minute 1 to 90, he was shit. He was so bad. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. The defense was good as always in that first half. Rudiger, brilliant. Thiago Silva when he came on, because obviously Reece James unfortunately had to go out of the game with an ankle injury, which moved Azpilicueta to right wing back, in which I'll get to that moment in the second half about that. But they were good. Azpilicueta right wing back first half when he moved there. Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Alonso, they were looking good first half. The midfield, Kovacic was not good enough. Kante was not good enough. Jorginho wasn't good enough. Timo, sorry, he's just a running behind merchant. He's a pace merchant. That just shows you. I'm seeing people saying, we need Timo in this team. Timo's so important to our team. No, he's not. We have got Lukaku. Lukaku does everything Timo does and scores goals on top of it. So we don't need Timo Werner in this team. I'm sorry. We don't. Kai Havertz showed when he came on why we needed him probably more than Timo. Yes, Timo's making runs in behind. Oh, whoopty fucking do. That's all he fucking does. Sorry. I'm getting annoyed. I shouldn't be. We just lost to Manchester City, innit? But like, I'm just sick and tired of people thinking Timo Werner is so important to our team just because he's got pace and runs in behind. Or gives space to other players when Lukaku does the same thing and better. It didn't work, those two today. I don't care what anybody tells me. Yes, we sat back. Yes, there probably wasn't support for either of the two. But it didn't work today. It's simple as that. Yes, Man City defensively were great, but it didn't work today. We only started really playing when Ruben and Kai Havertz came on. Ruben Loftus-Cheek was probably the best player in that second half for us. Because in the second half, we started falling apart defensively. Grealish in that second half against Azpilicueta. Oh my God. He was all over him. He was all over him. It was ridiculous. Bro. And then you look at that stupid goal as well. This goal pisses me off, man. Oh, bro, like, the corner, it's a short corner, yeah? Goes out to Cancelo. You know, fakes, does a dummy and fake shoots, yeah? Then he takes a shot. Jesus touches it, yeah? And I'm sorry, you have got Rudiger around him. Jorginho's around him. And two other players were around him. And nobody is committed enough to go in for a challenge. Get stuck in. He's not going to go down or anything. And even if he tries to, he's not going to get the penalty. And we gave him time and space on that ball in a congested area to turn and shoot. Are you kidding me? Deflection, goal. And from then on, Man City just controlled the game at times. They controlled it at times. But when Ruben and Kai Havertz came on, we started to control the game. We started going forward, but guess what? End product was shocking. Oh, guess who from? Kovacic. Timo Werner. Lukaku, that guy did not have a sniff of the ball that second half. And every time he did something good with it, yeah? There was a time where he was on it, yeah? And look, Laporte and Ruben Diaz got yellow cards today. Who because of? Lukaku. One of them, yeah, the ball went into him. He bodied Laporte and spinned him behind him. Laporte fouled him. One moment, he had the ball deep. Got past Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to slide tackle and fouled him. Every time Lukaku got the ball in the second half, he did something productive with it. But guess what? He didn't do it enough because he didn't get the ball enough. We left him completely isolated. To be honest, at the end of the day, it was an easy day for the centre-backs. And it wasn't good enough. Man City, they had bare counter-attacks. They should have scored about 3 today. Because like I said, our defence, they fell apart. Azpilicueta and Christensen were getting absolutely torn apart down that right-hand side. Cancelo and Grealish. Kevin De Bruyne. Ridiculous. Thiago Silva was actually good when he came on throughout the whole game with his experience and stuff. Fair play. Rudiger was good in the first half. Maybe not as good in the second half, but it wasn't awful. Marcus Alonso, showing some of his weaknesses again. On the ball, shocking. Doesn't want to cross a ball. Azpilicueta, to be fair to him, actually put some decent crosses in, which he should have done more in the first half when he moved to right wing back position. Wasn't good enough today, and Tuchel got outclassed. He kept Kovacic on the pitch. He took off Kante and Jorginho. The Jorginho was the wrong one for me. That was the wrong one for me. Yeah. Kante, in a way, I could understand it because on the ball, he wasn't good enough today. He wasn't good enough on the ball today. So Kovacic and Jorginho are probably obviously better on the ball. Even though Kovacic was actually probably worse than Kante on the ball today. So I could understand Kovacic and Jorginho. But from when I saw that Ruben was coming on, I was like, okay. Because Ruben was a sub, I was thinking potentially maybe he should come on for Kovacic and he should play the hybrid between going as a 10 and then going as an 8. So he can make us fluid in terms of going from a 3-4-3 to a 3-5-2, etc., vice versa. Do you understand what I'm saying? And Ruben was really good when he came on. He was driving with the ball. He was actually linking up the play really well. He tried to create chances for other players. And I'm sorry, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, this guy might be back, I can't even lie to you lot. He might be back. Because that was a very positive performance. One of our best players that whole game. Yeah, one of our best players, man. And he was on for how long? Like, what? 25 minutes at best? Bro, unbelievable from Ruben today. Yeah? He definitely deserves more game time in the Premier League. Yeah, and when we need backup, he should be one of the first ones. If we play a 3-4-3, him and Kovacic will be one of the first ones to come on possibly. Do you know what I mean? For Giorgio or Kante in future games. So I really liked his positive performance today. But today it was just poor all around the pitch. Going forward, it was poor. Timo Werner was not good enough. And I'm going to tell you in the player ratings why he was not good enough. It's simple as that. Lukaku isolated as hell. And he was actually useful every time he was on the ball. Yeah, he only made like one mistake, and that was a shocking first touch, in which it was one of the moments where we could have actually gone ahead on the break now because we broke Man City's press. You know, Mendy saved us a lot of times. Really should have scored that goal. Mendy saved us too many times. Thiago Silva saved us too many times. Not good enough today, people. Tell me your thoughts down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Tuchel got outclassed by Pep. Pep outclassed Tuchel, whatever you want to call it. And Man City, they're back. Well, they've always been there. And this no striker problem, bro, with the way they play football, it might not be a problem this season for them. They'll be all the way there till the end of the season. Because they won a title without a striker anyway. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my player ratings video later on today, and yeah, peace.